Hi everyone, my name is Shant Hastagian. I am one of the software sales engineers at STILOG. Before we begin, I would like to introduce Brian Julot, our US Marketing Coordinator. Brian, want to say hi?
Hey everyone.
Hey Brian, thanks for joining us. Brian will be facilitating questions as well as monitoring the chat during today's webinar. We also have Adrian Chafidlo, STILOG's consulting lead. All right, in today's webinar, we will go over our main product, visual planning software. I will demonstrate an office space template to help your company or organization track and schedule employees returning to the office while maintaining a healthy environment post-COVID-19. I will demonstrate how your company or organization can utilize this tool to create a back to the office, rotating employee schedule while also abiding by the CDC guidelines of maintaining a safe distance of 6 feet apart. Our team's efforts in configuring this office space template has proved to be a success with many companies and organizations utilizing the template today. We will begin with a brief company and product background. I will show you the possibilities in custom widgets using dashboards, how we can schedule employees using your office blueprints, how we can assign employees to desks and cubicles. I will also show you how to assign specific absences to your employees. Lastly, I will discuss the different options and generating reports on office attendance. STILOG is a developer of visual planning software and was established in 1991. STILOG strives to bring best-of-class technologies and expertise to our customers around the globe to help them achieve their goals through productivity, quality, and reliability. Visual planning was first released in 1996. Since then, STILOG has continued to be a market leader in innovation while enhancing visual planning's features to stay ahead of industry trends and demands. There are over 5,000 customers and 150,000 worldwide users utilizing visual planning today. So what is visual planning? Visual planning focuses on customized daily resource management. You can track and schedule any type of resource in a highly sought after, user-friendly interface. Use the true drag and drop feature and schedule your resources with ease. Visual planning has the flexibility to be used in a large range of applications, including project management, HR management, field service management, and more. Furthermore, visual planning is industry agnostic and benefits companies of all sizes. It is time to show you visual planning in action. As I go through this office space template, keep in mind, visual planning is fully customizable through menu configurations. Our consultants can tweak this configuration further to align with your company's specific plans and returning to the office post-COVID-19. We will begin with this colorful, customized dashboard. The dashboard consists of all sorts of widgets and shortcuts to favorite displays. On the top left-hand side are the favorite displays, including Office Blueprint, employee absences, desk management, and reporting. We will discuss the features of these displays in more detail shortly. To the right of the reporting favorite display, there is a brief weather report. If I hover my mouse over the widget, I will see the weather forecast for the next few days. To the right of the weather report, there is a quick view of how many employees are scheduled to be in the office today, this week, and this month. In the middle left section, a widget outlines the number of employees in the office by department. To the right is the same widget in a weekly scale. In the middle right-hand section is a scrolling widget of who is in the office today, including names, departments, phone numbers, and email addresses. On the bottom left-hand side is a widget that displays a line chart including weekly attendance by department. To the right, displayed is an area chart including how many employees were not able to make it in the office due to PTO, sick leave, or if they had a fever and were sent home. The dashboard can also display pictures and company logos as you see on the bottom right. Next, we will take a look at the Office Blueprint display by clicking on the office blueprint icon on the top left-hand side. So there are a few things going on here, and I will first discuss what is here and then show you how to schedule using office blueprints. Over on the left-hand side is a list of our employees grouped together by department. So if I wanted to focus on the consulting and sales departments, I can easily collapse the development and support departments simply by clicking on them. We can also access employee sheets with information that is important for you to know. Simply double-click on someone's name and you will see an employee sheet with custom data fields. So I'll go ahead and double-click on Ingrid here. In the top section, basic employee information is displayed. Displayed on the bottom left are the number of hours worked this month, and to the right are their visual planning login credentials. On the top left-hand side, we can view the Activities tab simply by clicking on it. The top section displays a monthly history of when Ingrid was in the office, for how long, and which floor and desk number Ingrid was assigned to. The bottom section displays Ingrid's absences, including PTOs, sick days, and when she was sent home because of a fever. We can also see notes or comments made for a particular absence. You can easily add new employees by clicking on the plus sign in the bottom of the employee section. So I will go ahead and add John Doe to the consulting department. As you can see, John's name appeared under Jesse in the consulting department. In the middle section of this display is where we can upload and customize your office blueprints. In this example, we have numbered each desk and color-coded them by department. This can be customized depending on your specific floor plans that you have. So floor 1 consists of conference rooms and creative spaces colored in green, development in pink, and support in tan. We can even upload multiple blueprints and easily toggle them from the drop-down menu above. We are now focused on floor 2, which consists of meeting rooms in green, the consulting department in red, and the sales department in yellow. Over on the right side is a weekly calendar of who will be in the office and what floor and desks they are assigned to. The desks are grouped by department and sorted by floor and desk numbers respectively. You can easily scroll ahead and back and see a headshot of who is scheduled to work in the office and on what day. You can also scroll down to see a list of other departments, floors, and desk numbers. Below the weekly calendar is a capacity report grouped by department and the number of employees. So the colors green and yellow means there is room for employees to be in the office. The color orange indicates that you have met the capacity for the day. So now I will show you how to schedule employees using our drag and drop method and assigning them to one of the desks on the blueprint. Let's assign Ingrid from the consulting department onto desk 27. I will click and hold my mouse button, then drag Ingrid on top of desk 27 and release my mouse button. Here, I can confirm the date of July 30th and hit OK. As you can see, Ingrid's headshot appears on July 30th, assigned to floor 2 and desk 27. It's that easy. We are also able to define constraints, the proximity of desks, and whether they are at least 6 feet apart. So if you try to schedule 2 employees sitting too close to each other, the system will prompt you and will not allow the latter employee to be scheduled. Let me show you an example. We can see that Jamie will be in the office on July 28th on floor 2, desk number 23. Now, if I try to assign John on the same day next to Jamie at desk number 22, then I should receive a prompt letting me know these two employees are not respecting the social distancing guidelines. Let's give it a try. As you can see, an error prompt appears. The system will not allow John to be scheduled on July 28th at desk number 22. We have no choice but to select OK. We can also set up constraints for your conference rooms and the total capacity allowed at the same time. Next, I will show you how easy it is to toggle between the favorite displays that we have. First, I'm going to move my mouse cursor to the top section and click on the TV screen with the star in it. Next, I'm going to click on Desk Management. This view consists of a monthly lookout on who will be in the office and what desks they are assigned to without blueprints. Here, I can drag and drop employees directly on the schedule. Let's go ahead and drag Kelly in the development department on July 30th and desk number 2. If I accidentally assign Kelly on the wrong day, I can select my undo button located on the toolbar above. If I wanted to bring Kelly back, I could select the redo button located to the right of the undo button. I can also easily move employees to different days and desks simply by dragging and dropping. Let's go ahead and move Kelly around. Next, I will show you how we can duplicate the schedule using two different methods, drag and drop and selecting the repeat function. For the drag and drop method, I will simply select and highlight the employees I would like to duplicate. So let's take the development department's weekly schedule starting on July 27th and duplicate it to the following week of August 3rd. I will click and select Chili, then hold the Shift key down and select Leslie. The group of employees are now selected and highlighted. Next, I will hold my Shift key down, then simply drag and drop Leslie to Thursday, August 6th. To duplicate the schedule by selecting the repeat function, first I will select and highlight the development department. I will then right-click, hover my mouse over More Tools, Repeat, and select horizontally. In this menu, I can indicate how long to repeat the schedule for. I'm going to duplicate the development schedule through August 31st. So I can go right over here. We'll change this to a week. Say it's for the same day of every week. And scroll to August 31st. And then hit OK. Success. As you can see, when I scroll the calendar to the right, the development department is scheduled through the end of August. Next, we will go to the employee absence display. On the left, there is a list of employees grouped by department. All the way to the right, there is a list of different types of absences. The calendar in the middle displays when employees are scheduled to be in the office and when they are absent. The bottom section displays a daily occupancy histogram report. This display allows us to schedule sick days, PTOs, and whether an employee was sent home due to a fever. Simply drag and drop an absence onto the calendar. I will go ahead and send Kimberly home today by selecting the sent home absence and dragging it on Kimberly and July 30th. I can also comment on why she was sent home by double-clicking on the absence and entering notes in the comments section. Finally, I will toggle to my last favorite display and choose reporting. So once again, clicking on the TV screen with the star in it, and I will choose number 4, reporting. This display includes 2 reports and highlights weekly attendance. In the middle section, the table displays the number of times each employee came into the office. If the cell is orange, then the weekly occupancy has been met. If the cells are red, then the office was over occupancy for the respective week. The histogram below represents the table above. On the top right-hand side is a table consisting of departments and the percentage of occupancy for that specific week. Underneath is an area chart representing the table above. If I wanted to focus on a department, I can do so by simply clicking on one of the departments on the left-hand side. Let's go ahead and toggle between the departments. Could start with my consulting, then go to development, sales, and support. As you saw, when each department was selected, the tables and charts adjusted accordingly. But what if I wanted to view multiple departments at once? I could do so by holding the Control key and selecting additional departments. So now I'll add the sales department, development, and we'll add consulting again. This concludes the presentation segment of the webinar. You can follow visual planning software on our social media platforms, including LinkedIn, our YouTube channel, and Twitter account. We will now open it up for Q&A. Brian, what are some of the questions our audience have for us?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Shant. As Shant previously stated, my name is Brian Julo. I am one of the U.S. marketing coordinators for visual planning, and I'll be conducting the Q&A portion of today's webinar. As a reminder, we have set aside time to answer any questions you may have in regards to VP Blueprint or visual planning and its scheduling solutions. Any unanswered questions can and will be answered with a follow-up email after today's webinar. So for today, we'll start with a question asked by Eliza, and they ask, is Visual Planning Blueprint available on mobile platforms like iOS and Google Play Store?
Adrian, you want to answer that one?
Sure, I can take it. So visual planning is available on the client version and VP Portal version of visual planning. The only platform where visual planning is not available is the VP Go. Potentially in the future, it's going to be out there, but that being said, in the client version and on the VP Portal, both of them can handle the blueprint feature.
Cool. Thanks, Adrian. We have another question from Douglas, and they ask, can I add a new blueprint and define areas by myself, or do I need a consultant to do this?
I could take this one, Adrian. So adding new blueprints is actually really easy to do. Once you learn how to do it, it's very simple. And what we can do is basically provide admin training for you guys to learn how to do it. Or you can also ask us as consultants to take care of that.
Cool. Just as a reminder, Don't forget to ask any questions you would like in the question box. We have a couple more coming in right now. Another question from May. Can VP display a warning message when total amounts of people exceed a number of logins at a specific day?
Yeah, so visual planning can handle that. It can be either a warning message on the screen, kind of similar to what you saw on the screen where social distancing rules were not basically applied on the schedule. So we can display the exactly same warning message, but for example, if the capacity is exceeded, same thing can happen, let's say, through the email notification. It's all up to the customers how they would like to handle it, but yeah, it is possible to display such a warning.
Okay. Here we have a question from Maggie. Is it possible to integrate with visual planning programs like Salesforce or Excel?
Yes, this question is actually not connected to the blueprint feature like per se, but like overall visual planning can easily integrate with Excel spreadsheets. It's pretty much like out of the box solution. As far as the integration with Salesforce, because Salesforce is a cloud environment, like a cloud solution, and most likely would have to develop something a little bit more sophisticated through like an API, for example, that we would be able to then use to integrate those two systems together. We did it in the past, but overall the general answer is yes, we can integrate with not just these two versions, so Salesforce and Excel spreadsheet, but with other systems as well.
Awesome. We have another question from Martine. How many users allowed to access VP Blueprint at a given time?
As far as the users, I don't think so there's like any kind of a limitation of like how many people can access it. I guess the only thing that would limit you would be the amount of licenses that you have. And as far as like how much data you can fit on the screen, again, it's up to how you're gonna configure it. So I don't think so that over here we have any limitations in terms of like the number of users.
Cool. Okay. I think that's all the questions we have so far. Would we like to wait a couple more seconds just to ask any more questions, or would we like to continue on with the end of the webinar?
Hey, Brian. I'm sure they can email us if they have some more questions. We'll just go ahead and conclude the presentation here. So if you like what you saw, we want to know how you can implement visual planning software and the Office template for your company or organization. Brian and the marketing team will send all participants a follow-up email containing a contact us link. Once we receive your completed form, one of our software sales engineers will contact you. Alternatively, you can email our sales team directly at sales@stilog.com or contact me via phone at 551-689-0414. I want to thank you, Brian and Adrian, for your assistance today. I also want to thank the STILOG team for their dedication and all their hard work that was put into the Office-based template. Finally, I want to thank everybody who participated in this webinar. The STILOG team hopes you were able to see the value of visual planning and how the software can help you easily track and schedule your employees in a user-friendly way post-COVID-19. Our team is very excited to hear from you and encourage you to contact us now by clicking on the Contact Us link at Visual Planning's homepage, www.visual-planning.com. Thanks again. The STILOG team looks forward to hearing from all of you. Have a great day, everyone.